sunrise
with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Halloween. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And at least right now, no frost after a couple straight mornings of it.
Yeah, finally it's a frostless morning and a rainless morning for the most part, too. In fact, let's take a look at what you can expect heading outside today. First off, I'll begin with the most important forecast, your trick-or-treat forecast as you head out tonight. And while the current conditions right now are rain-free, well, there's maybe some light drizzle, we are tracking some more rainfall to move in for the evening hours. So if you are trick-or-treating this evening, expect temperatures like this in the 40s with some rain showers. So make sure your little ones are warm, dressed warmly, and have the ability to stay dry, too. Yorkville Battery Live radar, heavy rainfall in the capital region, but here locally things have quieted down a little bit. Let's zoom in right here. Again, aside from some light drizzle, much of this morning is showing a lack of any rainfall here in central New York. But that's just the backside of this low pressure that's going to move its way in as we head into the afternoon. That's going to bring in some more rainfall and some windier conditions as we approach the afternoon and evening. You can see here local temperatures in the 40s and 50s across much of central New York. So today we actually cool down throughout the next 12 hours as again that wind picks up. We get more northwesterly wind and rainfall really starts to return again as we head into the evening. Even some snow chances up north. We'll have those chances coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Some nurses at Wynn Hospital in Utica say they are fine.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Time now 5:11 going on 5:12. Here's a quick look at your forecast in a minute as you head out to work today. First off, we take a look at some roadways this morning. It is still a damp one after some overnight rain showers. This morning, rainfall activity lightening up a little bit. You might encounter maybe a passing light shower briefly over the next couple of hours, but overall, the morning hours today, drier compared to what we're going to be expecting this afternoon. You can see here the winds are starting to shift more westerly to our west, and we will see again that rainfall really start to pick up as we head into the afternoon and during the evening. A reminder, though, following today as we head into Saturday night into early Sunday morning, 2 a.m., those clocks go back an hour as we enter standard time here in central New York. A reminder to check those smoke alarms, too, as that's the time of year to do it. And, well, the plus side, you get an extra hour of sleep. So that's the good news here for this earlier sunset, which, by the way, will be now at 4:51. So today, we're looking at highs near 50, cooling down throughout the afternoon. Clouds and lingering drizzle expected for your Saturday. And then, as we head into Sunday, we'll see more in the opportunity of drier weather moving in with temperatures in the 40s. Clouds are slowly going to clear. So again, we're gonna have this opportunity for conditions to dry up a little bit. Temperatures remaining in the 40s, though, for the weekend. So no major warm-up either way as we enter November. So either way, we've got some pretty seasonably cool temperatures on tap for the next couple of days. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, why wait till tonight? Kids in costumes got...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. In this job, there's one color I can't wear, and I figured, today I would wear a color that is forbidden in this field, which is the color green. So here I am this morning. You might not be able to see me too much here, but I guess consider myself half ghost. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a Halloween forecast here. So again, today the temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s to 50, and that's the high today. It's actually going to cool down throughout the afternoon. For trick-or-treating itself, expect temperatures to be in the 40s with some lingering rain showers. So yes, if you're trick-or-treating today, I do recommend just having an umbrella handy or just having a rain jacket, something to stay dry. I mean, there are some really cool outfits, but I don't want you guys to be cool or even too cold out trick-or-treating late this evening. Still with the damp conditions this morning, and we are expecting rainfall this evening. I do want to have a heads up that just watch out for on the roadways for those of you who are driving this evening, because again, there's a lot of trick-or-treaters, and when it's raining out and it's very dark, it's hard to see people on the side of the road. So radar and satellite shows this southern shift in that rainfall. We are going to be seeing more in terms of rainfall here locally as you approach the evening, but that's going to be guided in along with some strong westerly winds between 35 and 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts here across the Mohawk Valley. On top of that, still too, no major changes to our snowfall forecast up north. We're going to see trace amounts of snow in the highest elevations in the Adirondacks here in the light gray, and then due to upsloping, Tug Hill in the northwestern portion of the Adirondacks could see 1 to 3 inches, some spots maybe 4 inches in those absolute hilltops. So it's that time of year. We're starting to see that season produce some snowfall. So low pressure guides in some snow here in the North Country. Following that, lingering flurries north and lingering drizzles south Saturday, drying up a little bit as we head into Sunday itself. So here on our Skycast, we've got cloudy skies to start. Rainfall starts to pick up as we head into the afternoon. There's those flurries and snow showers mixing in up north. Things dry out a little bit heading into early tomorrow afternoon. Patchy drizzle and whatnot. Highs in the 40s, falling into the 30s, potentially a little frosty early Sunday morning. And then warming back up into the upper 40s to low 50s with some sunshine as we head into Sunday afternoon. Your 7-day forecast, turn those clocks back an hour as we approach standard time on Sunday. And then next week, we have some rain chances. We're in the 40s and 50s, so we do have some mixed bags of weather for the next few days. And if you're wondering what it looks like when I'm not on the green screen, here I am. This is my outfit right now, Gary. Happy Halloween, and I hope some people got a kick out of me wearing some transparent clothing today.
Yeah, it looked pretty neat. I know when we get a lot of tours, the kids come in, they would have loved to have seen that.
Shoot, should come early.
Yeah, maybe next year. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:21. Still ahead once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore, meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, you're back to normal, right?
Yeah, I'm back to normal. Well, maybe you might see the color green in a couple of minutes from now. But let's take a look at what we're going to expect weather-wise for trick-or-treating today. Happy Halloween, everybody. Now, for trick-or-treating this evening, you're going to expect some rain showers and some cooler temperatures. We start out in the 40s by around 5 p.m., upper 40s by 7 p.m. and then mid-40s by 9 p.m. Either way, it is a cool and rainy one out there tonight. So make sure the kids stay warm as they head out trick-or-treating. Live look at the radar, we are drying up temporarily this morning, but we're going to see that wind direction shift. The backside of this low pressure is going to sweep its way east, and we're going to see that rainfall start to pick up again in the form of lake-enhanced rain showers as we approach again the evening. Zooming in here locally, not a whole lot of rainfall activity in the Utica-Rome area right now. Currently it's 49 in Rome, 46 Hamilton, and we are expected to cool down throughout the day into the low 40s by 6 p.m. onwards. We're going to track, of course, that rainfall, potential snow up north tonight, coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Day 31 of the government shutdown.
News Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween, everybody. And our photo of the day today, feeling very Halloween themed. Look at this photo right here. And for some of you, it might give you the heebie-jeebies, but it's a photo of a spider on a web taken in Baldwinsville by Yvette. So amazing close-up shot right here. A great themed photo for today. And if you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us for the Halloween type theme, or even that heading into November, maybe more Thanksgiving themed, or anything that you want to showcase the beauty of nature in your neck of the woods, send it to wktv.com/weather/pics. So today we start out in the 50s. We actually cool down throughout the day into the 40s. So it's rainy. We're going to see a few areas producing flurries and snow showers up north tonight. We'll track that coming up shortly. Saturday, lingering drizzle, clouds. It's overall a pretty damp day. Sunday, a lot more on the dry side. As we enter November, as you can see here, a mixed bag of sun and rainfall. We're going to talk a bit more, of course, a lot more closely about the trick-or-treat forecast and this weekend's forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Finding the best hospital for your specific...
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
So for the past 3 years, I have had this idea of wearing green on the green screen. You guys have also asked me or even asked me, what would it look like if I wore the color green with the green screen? Well, here it is. If you're wondering how it works, so behind me is all lime green, and if I wear the lime green color, the computer that handles this will key me out here. So this is what you can see. You can see right through me, so I hope I look a little spooky today for Halloween. Let's talk about the Halloween forecast. Well, today our highs are in the upper 40s, low 50s. We're going to cool down as we head throughout the day, though, with temperatures falling into the mid-40s, even lower 40s as we head toward trick-or-treat time. So if you're heading out trick-or-treating today, closer to the evening hours, it's going to be on the cooler side into the low 40s, and along with that, too, even some lingering drizzle. A live look outside and downtown Utica. It is a rainy one, or at least damp one out there. The rainfall has tapered off a little bit, but there's some more rainfall moving in. It's tapered off a little bit out to the east, but to the west, that's where more of that rain is going to arrive. Along with that rainfall, we're going to see some stronger winds gusting as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour. So it's a blustery, damp, and cool Halloween on tap. Nothing like we saw last year, which was very warm. And on top of this rainy and damp Halloween, this is not a trick. There will be some snow potential in areas to the north as we head into tonight and through tomorrow afternoon. A trace to a dusting of snow possible in the light gray areas. 1 to 3 in the light blues, mainly the Tug Hill Plateau and the northwestern portion of the Adirondacks due to upsloping. Basically, all the moisture gets pushed up the mountains, and then basically the moisture gets released from the atmosphere. So this backside low is going to produce rainfall and some snow up north as we head into this evening. The weekend's going to be favoring more dry weather. Not entirely dry, but drier than we're going to see today. So let's take a look here. So on our Skycast, it's a drier morning today. This afternoon, the rainfall picks up again with lake-enhanced rain showers and drizzle. Temperatures in the low 40s by early tomorrow morning. A few flurries lingering up north by tomorrow afternoon. That snowfall chance pretty much ends. We're going to clear out a little bit with overnight lows falling into the 30s. Then by Sunday afternoon, we're in the mid-40s with some peaks of sunshine, a lot more. Reminder, though, turn those clocks back an hour on Sunday at 2 a.m. or even do it Saturday night. You get an extra hour of sleep, but also check those fire alarms, too. It's always a good time to do that. But either way, we're in the 50s and 40s the next few days heading into the first week of November. We'll be right back.
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Halloween. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a bit of a scary forecast for those trick-or-treaters tonight, huh?
Yeah, not dry like last year. We have some rainfall. We're tracking some cooler temperatures. But if you stay bundled up and you have an umbrella, make it part of your costume.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what you can expect for trick-or-treating again today. We begin in the 50s this afternoon. We're going to cool down into the 40s by trick-or-treat time. So you can see here by 5 p.m. we're at 49 degrees, light rain, 7 p.m. 47. By 9 p.m., 45 for you late night trick-or-treaters, or if you have any events for tonight, because, you know, it is Halloween and it's on a Friday. So if you're not trick-or-treating, you're betting the older in the age bracket, maybe some Halloween parties. But still, it's going to be a bit on the damp side either way, and it's going to be a bit windy too. Live look at the radar. We have heavy rainfall north of Albany right now, impacting mainly the Lake George area to our east. We have a dry slot here locally, but you notice here the wind direction is starting to shift. We're getting a more westerly direction here, and that's going to start kicking up some lake-enhanced showers, that colder air moving over those warm lake waters. But you can see here it's raining in Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. Currently not in Rome and Hamilton right now, but that's going to change as we head into the next few hours. So you can see here, we start out in the upper 40s today. This is one of those rare days. It happens a couple times a year where we actually cool down throughout the afternoon, going from the 40s this morning to the low 40s by this evening. And you can see here rainfall chances really start to pick up as we approach the 2 p.m. mark and onward. So we'll track that rain as well as that potential snow up north coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. As the food assistants known as
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Halloween morning. Time now 6:13, and here's what you can expect heading out the door today in your forecast in a minute. First off, a look at some roadways. Still a bit damp early today, but there's not really a whole lot of additional rainfall taking place right now, as more rain is on the way, but not quite here. You can see here in the Yorkville Battery live radar, heavy rain taking place heading up north towards Saratoga Springs, north of Albany there through the Route 87 corridor there. But here locally, it is a dry one, or at least drier, that we'll be expecting later on today. There's a westerly wind slowly approaching, and that's going to fire up some lake-enhanced rain showers as we progress throughout the day. So you can see here, it's mostly cloudy. In fact, pretty much overcast this morning. Temperatures in the 40s, cooling down a few more degrees this afternoon with that rainfall returning. And in the meantime, as a friendly reminder, when the daylight saving is gone, we return back to standard time on Sunday at 2 a.m., make sure you check your fire alarms. Good time to check that, especially as we enter the winter season. A lot of you guys have wood stoves or furnaces. Always good to keep that in mind. By the way, the new sunset time following Sunday will be 4:51. So that would be the scariest part of this Halloween forecast. Today, though, we have some sunshine, or excuse me, some rainfall with more sunshine on the way on Sunday. We're going to track that weekend forecast and a lot more detail coming up shortly. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, why wait till tonight, kids?
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. It's that time of year. I got to figure out my Halloween costume's going to be, and I figured, why not? Dress up in the color that I'm not allowed to wear in this line of work, the color green. And so here I am wearing an entirely green suit here, and the fancy technology behind the camera here is making me look maybe like a ghost. Not quite sure what I would call this, but either way, hope this might give you guys a bit of a chuckle here. But here's a look at the forecast as we head into Halloween today. Our highs are in the 50s, but that's as warm as it gets, and that's this morning. We actually cooled down throughout the day today. We go into the 40s as we head into Halloween itself. And, into the evening hours for trick-or-treating. Temperatures will be in the 40s. Now, beyond that, we're going to be tracking some rainfall as well. So there is some lingering drizzle this morning. It is drier compared to what we will be expecting as we approach the afternoon. Heavy rain north of Albany right here, but as we head into the next few hours, see this westerly wind starting to move its way in. That's going to produce that lake-enhanced rainfall that we'll be seeing here as we approach the afternoon and evening. So, along with that rain, we're also going to see some strong winds. Wind gusts as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour. And on top of that, some of us might even see some snowfall. Here's a look at that latest snowfall forecast up north. Not a lot, but it's enough to mention it, at least for Friday night tonight into Saturday evening. A trace amount of snow in the light gray, light blue, 1 to 3 inches in the Tug Hill Plateau in the northwestern portion of the Adirondacks where there's upsloping taking place with this system. So again, there's that low pressure backside of this low producing that snowfall up north and some rainfall for a pretty damp trick-or-treat forecast. Today, damp but mostly dry starts. This afternoon, that rainfall really starts to kick in. Lingering lake effect rainfall into the overnights. Lake effect snow north. Then it begins to dry up a little bit. Maybe a few flurries and patchy drizzle tomorrow. But as we head throughout tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, will progressively dry out, but it will be pretty chilly heading into Sunday morning. Temperatures in the 30s, warming up into the 40s by the afternoon with some more sunshine on tap. So either way, we're going to see some drier weather for the second half of the weekend. And as we head into the next couple of days, the first few days of November, it's going to be a mixed bag of sunshine and rainfall, hit or miss every other day here, but again, today it's going to be a bit rainy. In case you guys didn't see what it would look like if I was not on the green screen, this is my current outfit. So I hope, again, this gave everyone a bit of a chuckle this morning, and I might be showing this again later on in this broadcast.
Yeah, that green on green is pretty neat.
Yeah, I didn't know what it would look like. I was actually shocked. I thought it'd be completely invisible, but I have a nice little ghost outline, so it's kind of cool.
It is spooky. Well, the city of Rome will soon break ground on morning once again, and thank you for joining us here on this Halloween morning. I'm Gary Libitor, meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center, and Eric, a bit of a scary forecast for trick-or-treaters tonight, right?
Yeah, a little scary, Gary. We have some rainfall, some cooler temperatures, not like last year, which was not so scary. Beautiful weather last year, but this year, let's take a look what you can expect as you do trick-or-treating tonight. And you might want to find a way to stay dry and stay warm. Temperatures will be in the 40s, which it's not atypical for trick-or-treat night to be this cool, but it's aided by some lake effect or at least lake-enhanced rain showers. So that's going to make the air feel even cooler, especially if you're wet. That's going to feel even colder as well. So either way, if you are trick-or-treating tonight, just find ways to stay dry and stay warm. And on top of that, a reminder, if you are driving anywhere tonight with how dark it's going to be with that rainfall, just take it easy. Don't drive too fast because there's going to be some trick-or-treaters on the side of the road. So there's that heavy rainfall north of Albany near Saratoga Springs, heading up the Route 87 corridor up there. We're starting to see some lake effect response right here. See that light green? That's slowly moving its way towards central New York. We're going to start to see that rainfall begin to pick up as we progress throughout the day today. So again, it's mostly dry here in the Mohawk Valley, but a lot of other spots here in New York State reporting some rainfall. Today, we cool down throughout the afternoon, going from the 50s and upper 40s this morning down into the low 40s this evening with a better shot for rain. Even some snow showers up north. We'll track that all coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Day 31 of the government shutdown, and neither.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Halloween morning. Happy Halloween, everybody. Today, we are tracking some rainfall, light rain, arriving as we head into this afternoon. But in the meantime, I figured we're going to have a nice photo of the day here taken in a great spot here in the Mohawk Valley. And for some reason, it looks like my remote has died. Oh, there it is. Technology not my fan for me today. But either way, here's a photo sent in to us from Yvette in Baldwinsville of a spooky spider right here. This is a amazing shot of a very well-themed photo here. And if you have one you'd like to share like this, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Of course, as we enter next week, we'll be looking at more November themes. So anything that showcases the beauty of your neck of the woods, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. So a quick look at the 7-day forecast here. We got some lingering rain showers today and even some patchy drizzle tomorrow. In what's coming up in the next few minutes, in case you didn't realize that in this field, meteorologists, we use green screens, and I have the forbidden color that we're not allowed to wear, at least until a day like today. I'll be showing you what it looks like coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Finding the best hospital for your specific...
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. In case you ever wondered what it looks like behind us in person, this is what I see behind me. And if you wanted to see what it looks like with the green screen on, I'll have a director turn on the green screen right now. Look at this. Here I am. I'm invisible. You can't see me. Well, maybe you can see a little bit of an outline of my ghostly figure here, but happy Halloween, everybody. I hope this gives you a chuckle this morning, as this was something I always wanted to do. You know, the forbidden color. I can never wear the color green here in this job, but today is the one exception where I can wear something that can key my body out. So, but back to that Halloween forecast. If you were trick-or-treating today, in fact, or if you're just doing anything Halloween related today, we peak in the low 50s, but don't let this number fool you. For the rest of the afternoon, the winds will pick up and the temperatures slowly drop. Matter of fact, for trick-or-treating itself, it's going to be in the 40s. So I do recommend bundling up if you're heading out to any trick-or-treating events. Or any eventual Halloween parties if you're at that age group. Still, it is going to be a cool and rainy and breezy Halloween on tap. Right now, it's still a little damp. We have some areas of patchy drizzle, but that's going to be a different story as we head into the afternoon as rainfall begins to pick up. Here's that low pressure, and there's that backside low going to produce more of those westerly winds and lake-enhanced rain showers, potentially even some snow in those higher elevations north. So along with the rainfall, we have also some wind potential here too. Wind gusts as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour. It is going to be a very windy, very just dreary day here in the Mohawk Valley. But I guess for Halloween standards, this is something that fits the theme here. And on top of the rainfall we're seeing, this is no trick. We do have some snowfall potential up north. A trace amount of snow in the light gray, light blue, 1 to 3 inches in the Tug Hill Plateau in the northwestern section of the Adirondacks due to upsloping, as again, that backside of that low pressure forces that rain and snow up in those higher elevations. That dark blue line right there is what we're tracking. So on our Skycast today, it is a quieter morning, but we'll see that lake-enhanced rain and snow kick in, especially as we head into the evening here. A bit of an unsettled and damp one tonight. Then tomorrow, a few spotty flurries up north, a few lingering spritzes of showers south. And then as we head into Saturday nights, it's going to be a bit frosty, lows in the 30s. And then by Sunday, we're going to see a lot more in terms of dry weather, even some sunshine and highs in the 40s. Your 7-day forecast, make sure you turn your clocks back an hour on Sunday. Daylight saving time ends. We're going to be approaching standard time. And on top of that, we're going to be tracking, of course, some more seasonably cool temperatures for the rest of the week. So happy Halloween, everybody. This is, again, something I always wanted to do, and I figured this is a great time to do it. So hopefully some of you enjoyed my my outfit today.
I know I did, and maybe you should go out to some parties tonight in that.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it loses its luster if I'm not in front of a green screen.
Well,
I'll bring the green screen with me.
They'll know who you are. You can explain it. Eric, thanks.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Halloween. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric
And
Gage.
all eyes are on that Halloween trick-or-treat forecast.
Yes, and well, it's not like last year, we'll say that. We're tracking a little bit more in terms of rainfall. So if you're heading out trick-or-treating today, well, the forecast still hasn't changed much compared to earlier this week. We're talking about 40s by 5 p.m., mid-40s by 7, low 40s by 9. Either way, we're tracking that lake effect rain, and it's not so much the amount of rain that's falling, it's the wind that'll make it feel a little bit more rainy than it actually is, again, as we progress toward the evening. So a heads up, if you're doing any trick-or-treating, you might have to factor that in. So we have temperature of 43 degrees out there, a strong westerly wind of 16 miles an hour. An update on our current conditions. Going forward, it's that time of year. We have removed our feels like temperature with or at least the comfort levels of the humidity, now to wind chill. So it's a little brisk out there. Feels like 35 out with that wind. So when I'm saying bundle up to stay warm tonight, I definitely mean it. This wind is no joke. You can see here those winds carrying a lake effect, or at least lake-enhanced rain showers. Already snow starting to form in Canada. We're going to track that as it approaches the northern portion of central New York coming up later this evening. But still, again, today, we're tracking that rainfall, the winds, and beyond that, we'll have a look at what follows that heading into the weekend coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The FBI says it has thwarted.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are tracking nuisance rainfall, and when I say nuisance rain, this is one of those instances where despite it not actually producing a whole lot of rain, when the wind is blowing mist sideways, I consider that more of a nuisance. Either way, when you head outside this evening for any trick-or-treating, I can't stress enough, you're going to want to bundle up. This wind is not a joke. It is pretty strong. And these feels like temperatures, well, the temperatures on paper right here likely will fall even lower into the mid to upper 30s. So bundle up. I don't think even an umbrella might prevent this rain from hitting you guys today with that wind, again, producing that rainfall moving sideways. You can see just how strong these winds are. Look at that backside rain starting to kick in from the west. And even some snowfall starting to fire up right up north toward Canada. So, as I mentioned again, these wind gusts are not a joke today. Wind gusts as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour, along with sustained winds of 15 to 20 miles per hour. So, just imagine you're in a car driving down the road going 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, you stick your head out the window. That's how strong some of these gusts will feel. In the meantime, no major changes to our snowfall forecast in areas in the North Country. Those of you up north expect to see at least a little bit of snow tonight. Not every place will see anything stick, but you can see here trace to an inch in the areas in light gray, 1 to 3 inches in the light blue zones, with those locations being Tug Hill and sections of the northwestern portion of the Adirondacks. And that's due to upsloping as this system, the backside of it, forces moisture over the mountains here. Now, as we head into Saturday, see these lines here? These are called isobars, and as the closer they are together, the stronger the winds are. Notice as these lines get a little bit farther apart, the winds will weaken a little bit, especially as we head into the weekend. But we are tracking even more in terms of drizzle and flurries tomorrow. Flurries up north, drizzle south. And then that turns to drier weather as we head into Sunday. So today you can see here, there's that rainfall working its way in. It's windy, it's cool, it's just not the best day for a trick-or-treating event. But again, if you want to go out, I just recommend bundling up. Then by tomorrow, we are tracking a few flurries up to the north, some lingering drizzle in areas in the Mohawk Valley and south, and then that will progressively dry up as we approach Saturday night. But we could see some chilly conditions and even some frost early Sunday morning. Then as we head into Sunday afternoon, we'll see some more sunshine return. Not too bad of a day for the second half of the weekend. So Saturday, drizzly, cool, still a little breezy. More sunshine arrives on Sunday, but that sunshine is not going to last all day long. We do have those clocks moving back an hour, so your new sunset time will be a lot sooner than we have typically seen it so far. So we're going to get used to maybe 4 p.m., 5 p.m. sunsets looking ahead. And we're entering November, Gary. This year has flown by.
That's for sure. This month has flown by, that's for sure.
Yes, very fast.
Eric, thanks. It's one of the largest recorded. Melissa has weakened today, but still remains a threat as it approaches Bermuda. The monster storm has already caused widespread destruction across a number of Caribbean islands and has now claimed at least 36 lives. NBC's George Solis is in Jamaica, where the damage is overwhelming.
Search and recovery missions continue here in hard-hit Jamaica. Unfortunately, the death toll does appear to be climbing. Our team making it into Montego Bay yesterday, one of the hardest hit areas, also a tourist capital here on the island. On the way, we saw many things, many treacherous terrains with light poles, debris on the ground, people at one point pulling off to the side of the road to get cell phone service. It was the first bit of communication they've been able to get out to their loved ones. We were talking to people as the messages were coming in. As we hit another town near Montego Bay in Trelawney, there were 2 large lines there of people, all of them looking for gas. Some of them there with just containers, others with their cars, police there on site to make sure things stay orderly. And as we got into Montego Bay, so many of those resort properties that people come here for decimated by the storm. Some people actually still staying in some of those hardest hit hotels because they were waiting to see when they could get a flight out of Montego Bay. So they were essentially stranded there. Many checking flights daily, many seeing if they can fly out of Kingston. A lot of flights coming in now, some of the relief flights and commercial, but still it is going to be some time for those that need access to any of those flights. Officials saying specifically about the Montego Bay Airport, it's going to be a phased reopening, but it might take weeks for it to be fully operational. And here on the ground, the work to get aid into some of the hardest hit communities already underway. Organizations like Global Empowerment Mission already starting to coordinate and get resources staged to get it into those areas that are going to need it the most. Back to you.
NBC's George Solis reporting from Jamaica. Coming up, it may be... And meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. At least his head is joining us, right?
Head in my hand. Oh, Gary, you took my hands. Oh, actually, no, I took your hands.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just invisible, I guess. But there's no more issue now where people are worrying that I'm standing in front of something in the green screen. Just look right through me now.
Yeah, what a unique thing right here in the studio.
Yeah, trying out the green screen technology. Gary's got the gloves on. I do have a hood, but then... my hair might get messed up. But it is a spooky forecast, Gary. We have temperatures, in the 40s. In fact, let's take a look right here. We have conditions in the 40s right now, even across the Mohawk Valley, upper 40s. We're going to cool down into the mid 40s by this evening, but the feels-like temperature is going to be even cooler. So if you are heading out to trick or treat tonight, not only will it be potentially drizzling sideways with that strong wind, but it's going to be a bit on the cool side. A reminder, daylight saving time ends on Sunday. The clocks turn back at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I do want to clarify this is a good time to test those smoke alarms, the detectors, as well as the carbon monoxide detectors too. Always great to check them twice a year. And the new sunset time, this is probably the scariest part of the forecast, 4:51. So we have some earlier sunsets looking ahead to that, but when it comes to the conditions tonight, we'll have the latest on that hour-by-hour forecast for that rainfall and what follows heading into our first days of November straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. An update now on inmates.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Well, this morning I decided to only have my hands and my head showing, but I figured why not? I'll show my tie, Halloween-themed tie, and my suit jacket. I haven't seen what it looks like yet on the green screen, so I'll take a look right here. Again, happy Halloween, everybody. I wish I had a better forecast to talk to you about today. Oh, my goodness. I just have a floating jacket right now. Sorry, that caught me off guard. But, yes, I wish I had a better trick-or-treat forecast. We are looking at 40-degree temperatures. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be windy. and it's going to be dark. And at least when it comes to this time of year, a reminder that to look out for trick-or-treaters on a night like tonight with how dark it's going to be. That rainfall, the winds right here, 15-mile-per-hour sustained winds, some winds even stronger. And now we have the brisk category. We put in wind chill. Now it's that time of year. So we're saying goodbye to the humidity factors as we exit summer and early fall. Radar and satellite shows a couple of things. For one, we have that backside low producing that rainfall here in the Mohawk Valley. It's spotty right now, but it's going to become a little more persistent as that south band right there continues to shift its way north over the next couple of hours. But again, it's a very windy one. Wind gusts between 30 and 40 miles per hour tonight. So hold on to your hats if you're doing any trick-or-treating. On top of that, tonight and into tomorrow, those of you up north might also get a bit of a surprise in terms of snowfall. Not a whole lot, though, just enough to maybe coat some surfaces in the light gray area there. 1 to 3 inches in the locations in light blue. That includes Tug Hill and the northwestern portion of Oneida, or of the Adirondacks, where there could be some upsloping taking place. But either way, we look at the radar and satellite right here. We see that upsloping taking place right there. Some snow showers with the Adirondacks. See all these white lines? Those are isobars. The closer they are together, that shows you how strong the winds are. And you notice here the lines get farther apart. As we head into the weekend, it means the winds are going to be a little bit less on the strong side, which is good news. It is a very windy one out there today. So, lingering showers today, a few snow showers in the North Country tonight. Tomorrow, it's still a bit damp. It's drizzly. We got a few flurries up north, too. And then as we head into tomorrow night, the temperatures fall quickly into the 30s. A little frosty to start your Sunday. But then as we head into Sunday afternoon, we're going to see some more sunshine, some nicer weather. So the weekend isn't that bad. But either way, the first half of the weekend, a little unsettled. Reminder, turn your clocks back an hour on Sunday. That's going to usher in some earlier sunsets before 5 p.m., so get ready for that. But we do have earlier sunrises, so I guess that's a silver lining. And then we have just an on and off chance of rainfall over the next 4 days, heading beyond Sunday into our first full weekdays of November. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are back with News Talk, and on this Halloween on
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis getting us set for the weekend, and this is a site we didn't quite count on seeing so soon.
Yeah, we've got some snow sticking in Old Forge. This was expected.
Sure.
Some snow sticking, and this was taken not long ago. We're tracking that on the radar.
There it is.
A mix of rain and snow taking place across central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain will continue in the Mohawk Valley. We're not expecting to turn over to snow, but again, for those higher spots, we will see some snow. Current temperature 40 degrees, light rain, west wind at 20 miles an hour. Lingering showers tonight and Saturday, cloudy and cool throughout the weekend. Sunshine returns as we look ahead to Monday. Going to bed tonight, might need the heat. It is going to be pretty chilly. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 30s with rain continuing. We're tracking a gloomy Saturday, but a little bit nicer for Sunday. Look at the weekend forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Despite the wind and rain.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are taking a look at the weekend forecast. We're in the mid-40s, both Saturday and Sunday. Cloudy skies Saturday. Could see a few sprinkles and flurries early in the day, but then by Sunday, the weather does improve. We should dry out. It's breezy Saturday. It's calm Sunday, so that looks to be the nicer of the outdoor days. We change the clocks. We fall back Saturday night. We hopefully gain an hour of sleep. We will gain that hour one way or the other, and that also means we lose daylight at the end of the day, but we gain it at the beginning, so it's a trade-off. We're going to get some of those dark evenings again with sunsets before 5 for about the next 2 months. Live look in downtown Utica. It's wet. We are tracking snow in the higher elevations, a minor accumulation expected for areas like Old Forge and Boonville. The rain will gradually come to an end tonight. Winds will be consistent tonight and will be around tomorrow. Breezy conditions from the west between about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So not as windy as today, but breezy for sure. The winds become lighter as we head into Sunday, calm at times. And again, the winds will be pretty light heading into the end of the weekend. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Low pressure is swinging to the north and east, and we're expecting the weather to dry out as we head throughout the weekend. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, widespread showers tonight, overnight lows in the upper 30s, sprinkles, flurries Saturday. We're tracking dry weather in the afternoon, temperatures in the 40s. The weather looks mostly cloudy tomorrow night as well as Sunday. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s, and again, it looks pretty nice Sunday afternoon. Some minor snow accumulation is expected overnight, a trace to an inch in the higher elevations. No accumulation is expected in the Mohawk and Southern valleys, with 1 to 3 inches possible for some of the hilltops, Boonville and Old Forge. Tonight, showers, low of 36. Tomorrow, cloudy, sprinkles, a flurry in the morning, a high of 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Looking at a few showers returning late Monday, 56 for the high. It starts out with some sunshine. Tuesday, Wednesday, partly sunny. Rain returns on Thursday.
So not a terrible weekend. At least it's not raining the whole time.
Dry out. It'll be less windy for sure.
We could use that. All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, Decision 2025 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis getting us set for the weekend. This picture is standing out all over social media right now, right?
This is going viral. This is Old Forge, some snow on the ground. This was taken at 9 o'clock, so a little over 2 hours ago. It's starting to stick to the roads now. Just check some of the latest images here. As expected, some snow in the higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley. We can see that continuing on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Light snow showers, rain showers will continue tonight. The lower elevations, this will stay entirely rain. But it is pretty chilly out there. Temperature 40 degrees, west wind at 22 miles an hour. Lingering showers tonight and into early Saturday. Cloudy, cool this weekend. Sunshine returns as we head into Monday. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the upper 30s. We are tracking some rain. Probably need the heat by tomorrow morning. I've got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Despite the wind and rain, trick or treat.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a look at the weekend forecast. It's cloudy Saturday, 45 degrees. We could see some rain and snow showers early. Sunday, it's mostly cloudy. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s. But both days look much less windy compared to today. Saturday, it's a bit of a breeze. Sunday, the weather looks calm. We fall back Saturday night. We change the clocks. They go backwards 1 hour. That means we go from saving time to standard time. It also means the sunrise is an hour earlier, but the sunset is an hour earlier. We'll see 5 o'clock darkness for the next 2 months. Live look in downtown Utica. Again, things look wet. It's been kind of a nasty day today with plenty of wind and rain, and we're tracking some snow showers across the North Country. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The winds are going to gradually subside tonight, but they're still there. It's breezy tomorrow. Winds from the west between 20 to 30 miles an hour. The breeze continues into Saturday evening. Winds become light Saturday night, and we're looking at generally calm to light winds on Sunday as the weather slowly improves. As a reminder, you can always download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app and get radar images and hour-by-hour forecasts on the go. Low pressure continues to swing to the north and east, and as this gradually lifts, the rain will go with it. It's going to be a process. It's going to stay pretty cloudy here Saturday morning, but the steadiest rain does come to an end. Snow showers come to an end as well across the North Country. There could be a few lingering sprinkles and flurries tomorrow, especially in the morning time. By the afternoon, we do get a chance to dry out. Breezy, temperatures in the mid-40s. I think it's going to be cloudy the majority of the day. We might see a few breaks in the overcast by Sunday, especially later in the day. Less wind with high temperatures in the upper 40s. Some light snow accumulation is possible tonight, mainly in the higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley. For most areas, it is just a trace to an inch. Showers tonight, low of 36. Tomorrow, looking at cloudy skies, a sprinkle, a flurry, 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Monday starts out sunny. We'll end with clouds and showers, 56. Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny. Temperatures in the low 50s. Rain Thursday, mostly cloudy Friday with a high of 48. Jason.
Bill, thank you. Up next, Thomas is in with a Friday night edition of